I know you love the behind-the-scenes stories, so I'm going to just tell you about someone I worked with recently. And before I even say her name, I'm going to give her credit for having a really good sense of humor, because I've been kind of tough on her over the years. And she invited me to be on her new show, and I want to say that I'm very thankful for that. She also asked me not to put her in my act anymore, and I am not able to oblige at this time. You want to hear about Kirstie Alley? You guys, this was so awesome. First of all, she has a new show coming out. It's called Kirstie. It's going to be great. She's great. She's legit crazy. So that's what I love about her. I loved her on Dancing with the Stars. I love when she was on Oprah and famously didn't lose any weight and just wore pantyhose and a bra and said she did, allegedly. And you know I love that she got $1 million from Jenny Craig to be their spokesperson. $1 million, and then she ate it. That's my kind of gal. Remember when she was the spokesperson for Pier 1 and they had to keep putting those wicker baskets higher and higher? And then she ate it. Ow! But I loved her on Dancing with the Stars, and I loved her, of course, on Cheers, and, so I was very flattered that they, let me be on her show, right? So I show up, and as you know, I'm always on the lookout, right? So I'm not gonna go up and, start something with a celebrity, but I'm watching. I'm always interested. I like the nuance. And when I say she's legit crazy, let me explain. I don't fall for the act of someone acting like they're crazy. I'm so crazy, at the office party, I put a lampshade on my head. You're the most pedestrian person here. I'm looking for the crazy person in the corner who's maybe chewing their thumb saying, "Don't look at me." That's the real deal. And then when you throw in Scientology, I am in. I am in. Okay. So at the time, you know that Leah Remini from The King of Queens and The Talk, Leah Remini has escaped Scientology. And she's really talking about it more than any celebrity ever has. So I'm fascinated by that. So at the time, Kirstie was in a twat war with Leah Remini about Leah leaving Scientology. You can look up any of this. Okay. So I like Leah Remini. By the way, I like anybody and whatever their political leaning or religion, I'm gonna make fun of you, but I don't care. I'm not one of those where I don't like you if you're a Sci-Tie or if you're a conservative. I don't roll like that. I'll make fun of you. But anyway, it's all on the table. But I thought it was funny because Kirstie and Leah used to be really good friends, right? Now, this is why I like Leah Remini. One time, I was standing in line behind her on the red carpet for the Emmys, and it was really hot, and I was getting the ass crack sweat, and we were... I said a joke to her, and I said, "Oh, it's so hot. I can honestly feel my makeup melting off." And Leah Remini just said this thing to me that I will never forget. She said, "If you cut in front of me, I will punch you in the..." That's my kind of gal. That is my kind of gal. So watching her leave Scientology has been fantastic, because I'm thinking she's going to punch them all in the on the way out. Especially John Travolta. Hey! I know when I got too far. I have a disorder. I can't stop myself. I have self-diagnosed Tourette syndrome. I've never been told by an actual physician, although I do know Dr. Lisa Masterson, Dr. Oz, and Dr. Drew, but I have diagnosed myself with Tourette's. Anyway, so I get to work with Kirstie Alley for 5 days in a row. And the first day I show up, and, she's really quite beautiful. She has beautiful blue eyes. And I'm just going to say something I know. I'm going to tell you a couple things I just noticed. And then I'm just going to tell you, okay? All right, she came to work every day in a nice outfit, right? A really nice outfit that looks expensive. And she's a very wealthy, successful woman, right? But I'm just going to say this. It was just an observation. It looked like she slept in it. Red flag, right? Did you ever know one of those where you're like, "Good morning, that's a great outfit. Did you put it on last night at 8? My Scooby ears just went up for 1 second. But I was fascinated that. I just imagined her in her mansion, and she has ferrets and all these wild animals, and I imagined her just putting on a nice outfit every night at 8 and then just going to bed. And just coming to work in the morning. I don't know if that's the case. Okay, then I couldn't help but notice she had the cracked iPhone. Sure sign of crazy, correct? How could she let me see the cracked iPhone? Are you kidding me? So then she keeps checking the weather in Clearwater, Florida, which is the hub of Scientology. That's funny shit to me. You got a cracked iPhone and you're compulsively checking the weather in Clearwater. Who the f cares what it's like in Clearwater? I mean, if you live there, it makes sense, but we're in Los Angeles doing a television show. So then she sees me looking at her cracked iPhone, and you know I'm thinking she threw it at an assistant. I'm just assuming she pulled a Naomi Campbell, and... Or maybe Leah Remini went to punch her in the and the phone stopped it. I don't know, but she actually was quite delightful, and she kept calling me Kathy Griffin. She kept saying, "You're not gonna put me in your act, are you Kathy Griffin?" And I just said, yes, yes. So then I would see the cracked iPhone, and she would say, "Well, I hope this isn't gonna be in your act." I'm like, yes, of course it is. And she was nice, though, and so the first day we worked together, we took a photo together, and I was holding a script of the show, Kirstie, and she twatted it out, and I twatted it out. And she wrote something very nice, and I wrote something nice, and I was like, you know, good for her. Then 5 hours later, I look on her Twitter, at Kirstie Alley. I strongly encourage you to follow. And 5 hours later, it says, "Today has been one of the most horrible days in my life. I hope goodness prevails." Something like that. Okay. Now, you know, I'm at home by myself, getting all paranoid, like, what the f are those side ties gonna do to me? What's happening? When is the spaceship coming down? What's happening? Who's gonna punch me in the Who's gonna punch me in the Okay, so the next day, I go into the Kirstie show again, and I'm kind of, you know, stepping a little softly, because I've read the tweet. First, there's the nice one, then there's the, "It's been the most horrible day of my life," and I'm like, "Morning, Kirstie." And she's like, "Hello, Kathy Griffin." And I go, how's everything going? We good? She's like, "Yes, great." And I go, "Okay, so I'm just wondering, are you feeling well?" "Yes." "Why, Kathy Griffin?" Because 5 hours after our picture, you twatted that it was the most horrible day of your life, and you hoped goodness prevails. "Oh, no, I didn't. You're saying that for your act, Kathy Griffin." I go, "Here it is." And then she just goes, "Oh, I forgot." Well, I'm not going to argue with her. I forgot. I'm like, okay, well, I go, "Did you get hacked?" She goes, "No." I said, "Okay, well, good to see you." I was just, "Can I steam something for you?" I didn't know what to say. So, ladies,